menggunakan frasa participle, ya. Frasa participle itu ada yang pakai verb ing, ada yang pakai verb iga. It's depend active or passive-nya. Kemudian identifying exceptions, oke, pengecualian. Ya, jadi we will learn about expressions or phrases that you can use to make an exception, untuk membuat pengecualian. Oke? Ya. So now, sorry. Ya, Pak? Setuju? Awesome. Okay, I will make it bigger. Sorry. Yeah, is it clear enough? Yeah. Okay, look at the picture. What are the people doing? I don't know what is the picture's aid. What do you think? It is like in a bus or train, or maybe in a MRT, something like that, and then they have to hanging holding the like the handle. Is it right? Yeah, I think this can be in a train, yeah, like MRT or something like that. Okay, so look at the pictures. What are people doing? Okay, so maybe this is like commuter, yeah. So people who want to go to work. Okay, and then what do you think about this one? So this is working. This is like a work from home, something like that. Okay,
School, working life.
it can be work from home or work from office, but at least that this man work in front of his laptop. Okay, and then what this one? This is a mowing, yeah, an instrument or devices, yeah, mowing the grass, ya, menyukur untuk memotong, ya, rumput, yeah. So the mower here. Okay, so that is a kind of work. Okay, just keep it. If not, would you like to? What are the pros and cons of each? Okay, so this is still plus one. I think you can look then and then try to get knowledge about work, yeah, working word, yeah, kind of that. Now, we'll focus on to look at the collocation grid. So this is a grid, and I think you can make such grid, yeah, to have your own dictionary. Bisa buat kamu sendiri and make a grid like this. And then the words around the age, ini ada word around the age, ya, yang ada di ujung-ujungnya, can fit before and after. Ya, jadi kata-kata yang ada di age ini bisa digabungkan dengan kata work atau working. Ya. And then it can be after work or maybe before the word work. Ya, tapi mereka ini bisa digabungkan. Like that. Okay, so this is become the keyword, yeah, and then you can join, yeah, this word with other word in the age. Okay, now I want you to complete the sentences with a word from the age, with the word work or maybe working, yeah, based on the context on this statement A until age. Okay, for example, number one, many people are work shy. Jadi kata work bisa digabung dengan kata work shy. Seperti itu. Okay. Some word can combine into one. Some word combine but written separately. Ya, jadi ada yang bisa digabung menjadi satu kata. Ada yang hanya partner aja bergabung tapi dipisah penulisannya. Okay, check in the dictionaries on that. Okay. So work shy. Ini tuh penulisannya digabung. Many people. Sebentar. Mana kursor saya nggak jalan. So where is the cursor? Oh, sorry. Where is the cursor? I cannot. Having friendly blah 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 is important for job satisfactions. Can you join the word with other word? The word work with other word from the age. Having friendly blah blah blah.
Working mates.
Ah, good. Working mates or workmates?
Oh, workmates.
Okay, workmates. Teman kerja, ya. Colleague. Colleague, workmates. Ya, kata mates bisa digabung nanti ada classmates, roommates. Ya, berarti teman. Good. Having friendly workmates, penulisannya digabung ya, work and mates, gabung jadi satu, become one word. is important for job satisfaction. Good. Now C. Blah, blah, blah.
Work week.
Ya, work what? Kalau ini, blah, blah, blah in the Middle East is Sunday to Thursday. Nah, ini bukan work week. Kita pakainya working. Working week. Minggu kerja, hari kerja. Working week. Seperti itu. Oke. Sorry, kok saya nggak bisa menggerakkan kursornya nih. Berjalannya agak susah nih nanti ya. Sebentar. How can I? Oh, okay. I just use by using the what? Ya, pakai ini aja lah. Pakai.
Miss, working week-nya itu 2 words ya?
2 word, ya. Jangan digabung. Working week. Okay. Number D. Nursing requires people to do blah 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 as nurses have to be on duty at night sometimes, not the whole day. Jadi ada yang pagi, ada yang siang. Yes.
Working work shift.
Okay, we can say shift work. Shift work.
Shift.
Ya, shift. Ini nih, shift. Yang ini.
Oh.
Yang SHIFT. Ini kok kursornya nggak jalan ya?
Maybe the battery.
Yeah, I think but I have to find what help from others. Kebetulan I'm alone in the room. Okay, maybe the battery. Okay then. So nursing requires people to do shift work. Dipisah ya? Shift work as nurses have to be on duty at night sometimes. Okay, E. If you have a heavy
workload.
Excellent. Workload. Workload. Gabung ya? Workload. It is important to be organized to deal with it. Okay. F. If what is comfortable, the staff will be happier.
Working space.
Jadi
Workspace.
ada di workspace ada nggak di H?
Working place.
Oke, kita bilang tidak pakai in.
Place. Yeah.
Jangan pakai in. Kita bilang aja digabung. Workplace. Workplace. If a workplace is comfortable, the staff will be happier. Nggak usah pakai in. Workplace. Okay, check again in the dictionary nanti. Workplace. Okay, G. When children reach what? They should learn about tax and pension system.
Working.
Baru nih pakai in ya. Working age. Usia kerja. Working age. Okay, good. Now the last. What is not always rewarded with high wages?
Hard work.
Hard work. Good. Kalau pakai worknya di depan.
Working hard.
Excellent. Working hard. Okay. Jadi kita bisa hard work is not always rewarded with high wages. Atau working hard is not always rewarded with high wages. Okay. So that is a kind of collocation. And then how do we know? So by reading lots, and then it is easy for us to remember and then identify and don't forget. If you got a new word and then try to do, make a sentence by using that word. Okay. And then if you look at, so what kind of word class? Macam jenis katanya apa? Itu yang harus diperhatikan. Ya. If you look from this, in general, that is all about noun. Betul nggak? Semuanya kata work di situ sebagai noun. Work shy, okay? Workload. Yeah, many people are work shy and don't try to find work. Ya, itu rata-rata sebagai noun di situ. Okay, work shy, noun atau adjective? Sebentar saya cari ya. Work shy. You can check that in the dictionaries actually. Work shy. Do you know what is work shy?
No, miss.
No, work shy is what? Somebody unwilling to work, orang yang tidak mau bekerja, malas gitu ya. Jadi nggak mau berusaha cari kerja, itu namanya work shy. Many people are work shy and don't try to find work. Ya, jadi kerjanya hanya di rumah saja. Sebentar, work shy, work shy, work shy. I try to find this. Work shy is an adjective. Sorry, work shy is an adjective. Ya, it means that unwilling to work. Jadi yang work shy yang A itu sebagai adjective. Ya. Tapi kalau having friendly workmates itu noun, gitu ya. Jadi the variations of word class. Jadi mereka collocations, tetapi word classnya bisa bermacam-macam. Can be adjective, can be noun. Oke? Ya. Now,
Kalau yang di working age itu workingnya sebagai adjektif ya?
ya gini. Jadi kalau ya jadi adjektif usia gitu ya. Jadi workingnya itu menjelaskan usia yang bagaimana, usia bekerja gitu. Jadi working age gitu. Fungsinya ya Bu, fungsinya karena letaknya di depan memodify kata benda. Dua kan kata benda bisa juga bergabung dengan kata benda gitu ya, atau kata sifat dengan kata benda gitu. But in English berlaku pola MD ya, menerangkan diterangkan. Jadi word yang ada di depan itu berfungsi sebagai adjective. Working di sini dari kata kerja work ditambah ing itu kan bisa noun juga bisa adjective, it depends. Nanti kita akan belajar tentang participle. Seperti ya. Bagaimana? Ya. Okay. Yeah. So, any questions about this? No? So, please look at the technique in the box. Yeah. So, this is like a tips. So, you should try to include collocation in your writing. Okay. Why? Because this will show you that you understand. You can show to the examiner that you understand natural English. By using collocation, so your English sounds natural. Yeah, so you know the phrasing, yeah, of English. Jadi kita menunjukkan bahwa we know natural English. Ini loh, kami tahu frasa-frasa yang biasanya dipakai oleh native seperti itu. Ya, so try to use collocation like that. Okay, and again, you can gampang-gampang susah ya collocation itu diajarkan. For me, pengalaman saya, I have to remember, harus diingat. And then the more I read, and then the more I found the same collocation, and then it become, I remember that. Jadi semakin sering baca, semakin sering ketemu menjadi kebiasaan. So that is how to learn collocation. Okay, and there are lots of collocation. Banyak sekali collocationsnya. Ya. And then if you look in the dictionary, biasanya nanti ada tulisan COL gitu ya, call gitu ya. COL gitu, itu berarti collocation-nya, kata ini bisa. You can find also collocation dictionary, kayaknya di online juga ada kok yang gratisan, yang bisa di-download collocation dictionary. Jadi ada satu kata, kata sifatnya apa? Kata itu biasanya digabungkan dengan kata sifat apa saja, kata kerja yang dipakai apa saja, gitu, pasangan-pasangan dari kata tersebut. Like that. Okay? Yeah, so that is collocation, ya, word partner, pasangan kata. Okay, number 3, do you agree with the sentence in 2? Why and why not? Okay, so this the answer will be vary. Yeah, will vary. So many people are work shy and don't try to find work. Do you agree? Many?
For somehow, yes.
For some, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Some, yeah. Okay.
Some.
Good. Having friendly workmates is important for job satisfaction. Do you
Totally
agree?
agree.
Yes.
Good. A working week in the Middle East is Sunday to Thursday. Sunday to Thursday. Okay, so they have a holiday on starting on Friday, yeah, in Middle East. Okay, jadi Jumat nggak ada hari kerja ya. So, do you want that kind of schedule in Indonesia?
Yeah, that would be great.
No.
Sounds relaxing.
Okay, it means that we have a holiday from Friday until Saturday, and then we start working since Sunday, not Monday. Okay, jadi pengganti hari Jumat. Okay, so that will be different. Okay, the situation will be different because this is in the Middle East. Okay, Indonesia have a Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, ya, ketuhanan yang Maha Esa. Okay, D. Nursing requires people to do shift work. I think, yeah, shift work. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Jangan sampai nanti salah suntik ya. Suntik nggak ada obatnya karena dia kecapean. Okay. If you have a heavy workload, it is important to be organized to deal with it. Okay. So, do you think that so far you have a workload, a heavy workload as a lecturer?
Yes.
Yes. Why, Bapak, Ibu? Why?
You have to teach, you have to research, and you have to
Do
serve
community
the
service
society. Yes.
During BKD.
during the day. Okay. And also administrative work, right? Not just preparing for teaching, but also administrative work. Oh my God. Okay. And then how about the salary? Okay. Sometimes it's not what balance.
Depend.
Yeah, between the hours that we spend and then the earned that we get. Okay. Yes. Ya tabungan buat akhirat nanti.
Amin.
Amin.
Yep.
Okay. F. If a workplace is comfortable, I think everybody agree with this. If a workplace is comfortable, the staff will be happier. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. When children reach working age, they should learn about tax and pension system. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So they have to know that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then hard work is not always rewarded with high wages. So that is. Okay.
Yeah, I
Hard
agree.
work is not always rewarded with high wages. Okay. Ya lah, ikhlas ya, yang penting. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Now, number 4. Can you make such kind of grid? Ya, seperti grid yang ada di sini. Okay. But yeah, the keyword by using job and salary. Yeah, and then please combine. Yeah, put at the age the word and phrases in the box. Okay, so there are 2 grid. In the center, 1 job, and then the other center is salary. Yeah, so can you find the collocations for job? Yang biasanya pakai job.
Apply for.
Good. Apply for. Ya, apply for a job. Biasanya gitu kan ya? Apply for. Good. Ya, kita urut. Ada lagi yang job lainnya?
Full-time job.
Full-time job. Oh, kalau pakai time ya. Full-time job. Oke. Kalau nggak pakai full job gitu kayaknya nggak jarang ya. Tapi kalau full-time job ya, karena ada part-time job. Ada full-time job, ada part-time job. Oke, tapi nggak full job. Gitu ya. Good.
High power job.
Ya, high powered job. Ya, pekerjaan yang punya level tinggi ya, punya kuasa lebih tinggi ya, maybe like a manager, something like that. So high powered job. Good. What else?
Permanent job.
job.
Sorry?
Manual job.
Permanent.
Permanent.
Permanent, good. Permanent job. Manual job, ya. Manual job juga ada. Hold down. Have you ever hear hold down a job? Hold down.
Not yet, miss.
Okay, hold down a job, it means that you keep a job for some time. Ya, mempertahankan dulu pekerjaan Anda untuk beberapa waktu. Hold down. Ya, to hold. Dipegang dulu gitu ya, dikerjakan. Hold down. Oke. Okay. Ya, apalagi kalau yang jobnya di depan? Kalau tadi kan jobnya rata-rata di belakangnya. Apply for job.
Job satisfaction.
Good. Job satisfaction. Excellent. Job satisfaction. Oke. Okay. Ya. Skilled job ada nggak? Skilled job.
Yes.
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 Ya, job that need skillful ya. Skillful manners. Pekerjaan yang
Yes.
keterampilan. Oke. Okay? Ya. Now let's go to salary.
Annual salary.
Ya, annual salary ya.
Oh,
Annual salary good. Ada lagi?
Competitive salary.
Competitive salary good.
high salary.
High salary.
Full salary.
Full salary yang nggak dipotong-potong ya, itu full salary, nggak pakai untuk bayar iuran A, iuran B gitu ya, iuran pegawai negeri dan sebagainya. Oke. Oke. Ada lagi apa?
Starting
High
salary.
salary.
Ya, starting salary biasanya untuk yang baru pertama kali kerja ya. Oke, ada starting salary, jadi mulai digajinya, besarannya, skalanya di berapa? Starting salary. Good. Kenaikan gaji?
Increase salary.
You can say that salary increase, kenaikan gaji, gitu ya. Salary increase, kenaikan, ya sebagai kata benda. Ya, increase bisa noun, bisa verb. Di sini sebagai kata benda, gitu ya. Kalau sebagai kata kerja, bla bla bla, increase salary, menaikkan gaji. You can be like that. Okay, good. So that is a kind of collocation, and Bapak Ibu can find other word. So that's why how to study or to improve the collocation, try to find one word. Yeah, for example, like job, and then try to find the partner of that word. Yeah, like maybe you can write card. Ada apa aja? Credit card, telephone card, identity card. Nah, itu kan banyak sekali. And that is a kind of collocation too. Okay, so you have a compiling like dictionaries by your own yang dibuat sendiri, and then just anything. So you know that vocabulary is always increasing day by day. When there is a new technology, there will be new vocabulary. Jadi dari semakin lama maka vocab akan semakin banyak, ya, because they try to find a new word, ya. Dulu tidak ada kata Facebook, sekarang Facebook bisa menjadi orang, jadi Facebooker, ya. Email dulu belum ada, sekarang email bisa verb, bisa noun. I have emailed, nah, berarti dia sebagai kata kerja. Please look the email sebagai kata benda, seperti itu, ya. Dulu zamannya saya masih muda, seusia Bapak Ibu, mungkin email belum ada kata email pada waktu itu. Okay, so vocabulary is always developed. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that is collocation, Bapak Ibu. So please improve the collocation. Show the examiner in the writing that you understand natural phrases, because collocation is what phrases that usually used by the native speaker. Ya, frasa-frasa yang biasa dipakai oleh native speaker. Okay. Choose 3 collocations from each grid. Write a sentence with each which is true for you. Kita skip aja ya, nanti lama. Okay, now number 6. Please fill the blank by using the collocation that we already discussed in number 4. Okay, we already discussed in number 4 the collocations, and now how to use that collocation. Okay, so please fill the blank. For exercise 6, number 1 until number 6. Talking about pensioner. Not having income for a or maybe for an. It will depend on the first letter used in the phrase. Many older people have to rely on a pension to live. Not having income from. Can we say that not having income from a permanent job?
I guess yes.
Yes,
Or
permanent job. Yeah.
how
because-
about it?
Yes, and then what? Yes, Ibu.
Kalau annual salary?
Yes, it can be annual salary. Kalau pension biasanya gajinya besar atau enggak ya? Pasti berkurang ya? Oke.
Yes.
Ya. Satu frasa lagi. Tadi udah annual salary, good, permanent job, not having income from, gaji tinggi.
High salary?
Good. From a high salary, good. Okay, so don't forget how to use and an. Yeah, so permanent job, high salary. Kalau yang annual jadi an, annual. Okay, so that is how to use article and an in English. So it will depend on the sound of the first letter of the first word. Bagaimana bunyi huruf pertama dari kata pertama. Kalau hurufnya bunyinya huruf hidup, bunyinya bukan hurufnya. Annual, ya n, ya itu bunyi vowel. Jadi dia pakai an, annual. Oke, tapi kalau bunyinya huruf mati seperti permanent, that is a consonant, so we use seperti itu. Okay, so that is the use of and an. Okay, now number 2.
Applied for the job.
Excellent. Apply-nya pakai ed nggak di belakangnya, Pak?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because it is a past perfect, I think.
Excellent. So you know that. So that is the tenses who had. Okay, so this is a past perfect. So and then so the verb should be in the third form. Harus dalam bentuk ketiga. So use ed. Had applied for. Good. Arriving at the office, she noticed another candidate who had applied for the job, already sitting outside the interview room. Good. Number 3. The company closed down its factory, leaving many of those doing without employment. Those di sini berarti pegawai ya. If you need a human, usually what kind of job that usually do?
Manual.
Manual
Manual. Okay, manual one. Bapak Ibu tadi. Manual
Work.
job.
manual jobs. Ya enggak? The company closed down its factory, leaving many of those doing manual jobs without employment. Okay, manual job. Okay, number 4. Given enough time, she will get promoted into a what? Kalau promoted biasanya dapat bagaimana? And no doubt.
Full-time job.
Promoted
Full job.
full job tadi bukan, lebih yang pas lagi.
Permanent job. I'm sorry. Permanent job.
Promotednya, it can be permanent job. Okay, a permanent job. Bisa juga, given enough time. Tapi ini kalau gini, a huge success. Bisa sih, tergantung konteksnya. Kalau dia sudah punya jabatan sebelumnya.
High power.
High powered, ya.
Job.
High powered job. Good, a high powered job. Bisa juga permanent job juga bisa kalau memang sebelumnya belum. So it will depend on the context then. Yeah, good. Number 5. The teacher enjoying the what gained from doing something she loves is new to the area. The teacher is new to the area, but she enjoyed the gain from doing something she loves. Biasanya when you do something that you like, a salary, enjoying the salary gain from doing something she loves, it can be, tapi tergantung konteksnya. Ada yang lebih tepat lagi. Biasanya kalau kita job satisfaction, ya, kayaknya lebih cocok ya. The teacher enjoying the job satisfactions gained from doing something she loves is new to the area. Okay, ya, jadi dia merasa puas ya karena pekerjaan yang dia suka. Okay, number 6. Before getting a more, he had to achieve an excellent report.
More satisfaction.
More satisfactions.
Competitive salary.
Competitive salary. Good. Before getting a more competitive salary, yeah, or maybe before getting a more permanent job juga bisa ya. Okay, yang tadinya baru part time, kemudian dia diangkat because he had to achieve an excellent report. Laporan kinerjanya, performance-nya should be excellent. Okay, so many things. So I think it will depend on the context. So that is the way how you use the collocation. Yeah, in this case by using the phrases that we already studied in the exercise before. Okay, now please we go to number 7. Look at the sentences in exercise 6 and please underline what it is called as participle clauses. So please underline the participle clauses in the sentence 1 until 6. Participle clauses could be verb plus ing or could be verb 3. Dia bisa pakai ing atau dia berbentuk verb 3. Okay, so number 1. Which one is the participle clauses?
Having
Having.
income.
Okay, complete karena clauses.
Not having income.
Good.
Having
Not having income from a clauses, ya, karena clauses masih ingat, clauses itu terdiri dari subject and verb, gitu, oke? Ya, di sini subjeknya nggak kelihatan karena sudah dipartisipalkan, ya. Why we use participle? Because we combine. Ini cara kita menggabungkan dua kalimat, ya. Tadinya ada klausa, many older people do not have income from an annual job, misalnya gitu. Kemudian sentence kedua, many older people have to rely on the pensions to live. Okay? And then we combine that into one sentence. Ya, kalimat yang sama, kata yang sama dihilangkan. Maka menjadi not having income from an annual job or annual salary, many older people have to rely on the pensions to live. This is another way to combine two sentences into one. Okay, so you can combine two sentences into one by using participle clauses. As far as the two sentences have a connection or have a relation. Kalau dua kalimat itu punya hubungan. Kalau tidak punya hubungan, nggak bisa digabung menjadi satu. Okay, so that's what we call as participle clauses. Okay, yeah. How about number 2?
Arriving at the office.
Yeah, arriving at the office. Who arrived at the office?
She.
She. Okay, jadi awalnya kalimat itu berasal dari she. Oke, arrive-nya past tense atau present ya?
Past tense.
Past tense.
How do you know it is past tense?
Notice.
Noticed.
Karena kalimat yang berikutnya pakai bentuk past tense, noticed. Ya, jadi kalimat yang awal tadinya berasal she arrived at the office. She noticed another candidate, ya, who had applied for the job already sitting outside the interview room. Unsur yang sama-sama she digabungkan jadi satu. Arriving at the office, she-nya hilang ya. She noticed another candidate who had applied for the job. So that's another way. Okay, Bapak Ibu, good. Now number 3.
Miss, bentar, Miss.
Ya.
Jadi itu arriving, kenapa berubah ya?
Kenapa berubah?
Kenapa nggak arrive?
Datangnya aktif, didatangkan atau datang?
Oke.
Karena dia aktif, maka pakainya ing. Nanti
Oke.
kita lihat yang nomor 4. Ya, bedanya. Oke, ini masih pakai ing. Oke, good. Arriving at the office, she noticed. Jadi kan dari she arrived. Pakai ed ya. Good. Yuk yang nomor 3 dulu.
Living many of those.
Living many
Living.
Living many
of
those. Doing without employment. Who leave? Siapa yang meninggalkan?
The company.
Company. Good. Kemudian digabung ya. Ini klausa pertama, the company closed down its factory. Itu first clause. Klausa kedua, the company leave many of those doing manual job without employment. And then you combine that into one. The company closed down its factory, leaving many of those doing. Okay. Now let's look number 4. Which one is the participle clause?
Given.
Enough time. Given enough time.
Given.
Given enough time. Kok nggak giving ya?
Passive
Passive.
tense.
Kasih. Nah itu tadi Bu bedanya Bu. Ya. Given ini kan berasal dari subjeknya siapa?
She.
She.
She. Ya. Dia diberikan cukup banyak waktu. She
Has
is
given.
given enough time. She will get promoted into a high powered job. Gitu kan ya? She-nya sama, diberikan. jangan dirubah menjadi giving, nanti jadi memberikan. Makanya digunakannya given enough time, verb 3-nya yang ditulis. Oke, Bu, tadi ya, Bu? Jelas?
Oke, Bu.
Yes.
Jadi itu awalnya yang she is given.
Iya, bentuknya pasif. Dia diberikan cukup waktu. Bukan dia memberikan cukup waktu, kan? Dia diberikan. Oke? Ya. Oke, number 5.
Enjoying the job satisfaction.
Enjoying the job satisfaction. Oke, siapa yang enjoying the job satisfaction?
The teacher.
Teacher. Ya, kemudian dia digabung jadi itu kan 2 klausa digabung. Oke, number 6.
Getting.
Jangan
Yeah.
getting aja, Pak. Harus lengkap.
Getting
Klausa.
more-
Klausa.
Before
Klausa.
getting
Getting a more
Ah,
competitive salary.
before getting a more competitive salary, he had to achieve an excellent report. Oke? Siapa yang getting a more competitive salary? He.
he,
Gitu. Oke? Nah, sekarang kita ambil kesimpulan ya dari what we already do in what we did in exercise 6. Okay? Yeah. So that is what is called as participle clause. Now let's look at the theory in exercise 8. Yeah. So there are 6 types of participle clause. How can we use participle clause? There are 6 types. Ada 6 tipe. Okay. So type 1, type A, you can use participle to give a reason, untuk memberikan alasan. Okay. So like this. So in the middle, so this is an example, a full clause. She couldn't apply for the job as she wasn't qualified. Okay, sama-sama she-nya ada kan di situ ya? Bicara satu orang. Okay, and then you want to change that into participle clause. Not being qualified, she couldn't apply for the job. The meaning is the same, but you use another pattern. Ya, meaningnya sama, tetapi kita menunjukkan menggunakan pola yang berbeda. The meaning is the same. Okay, my questions. Why in participle clause it is used being? Dari kata apa being?
Was.
Dari kata was. Karena was nggak bisa wasing, nggak bisa. Ya, auxiliary tidak bisa ditambah ing. Jadi dia dibentuk dari awalnya itu dari be. Oke? Jadi be-nya yang kita ingkan. Jadi yang bisa ditambah ing itu adalah kata kerja asli. Being. Oke? And the being is in negative because itu adalah wasn't. Was not. Maka dinegatifkan menjadi not being. Not being qualified, she couldn't apply for the job. Does it make sense? Bisa dipahami?
Yes,
Yes.
Miss.
Good. So the first reason, yes, Bu.
Miss, ini karena aktif tadi ya, she wasn't qualified, makanya not being.
Ini bukan aktif, Bu. She wasn't qualified. Ada aktif, ada ininya. Ada kata kerja aktifnya. Ada kata kerja. She wasn't qualified itu menunjukkan action nggak?
No.
No. She wasn't qualified itu kalimat nominal, hanya menjelaskan. Oleh karenanya nggak ada kata kerja. Ingat, dalam bahasa Inggris yang namanya kalimat harus punya subjek, harus punya predikat. Oke. Yang bisa menduduki predikat adalah kata kerja. Konsep kedua ya, konsep kedua. Kalimat punya subjek, punya predikat. Objek boleh ada, boleh enggak, tergantung. Tapi subjek dan predikat wajib ada. Oke. And after that, siapa yang bisa menduduki predikat? Verb, hanya kata kerja. Bagaimana kalau kalimatnya tidak menunjukkan action? Kalau kalimatnya tidak menunjukkan aktivitas? Ya, kalau kalimat aktivitas itu kayak gini. I am teaching, you are listening, itu aktif. Ya, ada aktivitasnya yaitu listen dan teach. I teach English. Ada aktivitasnya. Tapi kalau saya akan mengatakan, saya guru. I teacher. Predikatnya mana? I teacher, nggak ada aktivitasnya kan? Hanya menjelaskan saya guru. Tetapi harus ada predikat. Nah, kalau membuat kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris yang tidak ada actionnya, maka gantilah kata kerjanya dengan kata kerja to be. Oke? And kata kerja to be will depend on the tenses. Kalau present is am are. I am a teacher. He is a teacher. They are teachers. Ya, jadi to be-nya itu menggantikan posisi verb action-nya. Oke. Kalau kalimatnya pakai future, saya akan jadi guru. I will
be.
Jangan lupa be-nya. I will be a teacher. Jangan lupa. Ya, karena saya akan jadi guru gitu ya. I will be. Kalau mau pakai kata kerja, I will become a teacher. Itu kata kerja, karena become kata kerja. Tapi kalau nggak mau pakai kata kerja, I will be a teacher. Jelas ya Bapak Ibu? Karena oke. Sekarang kalau pakai perfect, I have, saya sudah jadi guru.
Been a teacher.
I have been a teacher. Be-nya pakai bentuk ketiga, karena perfect pakainya verb 3 kan? Have been.
Yes.
Gitu Bapak Ibu. Oke? Jadi konsepnya pakai. Good. That's it. Ya? Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what about linking verbs?
Linking what?
Linking verbs. Linking verb.
Yes. It will depend on the tenses. Like when you use like continuous tenses, kan nggak mungkin kita bilang I studying, am studying. Nah, am itu disebut dengan linking verb sebetulnya. Supaya karena studying nggak bisa berdiri sendiri. I studying nggak bisa, maka I am studying. That's what you mean?
Yes, I a little bit confused when the to be is become a linking verb, when become as you say, become a predicate in a sentence.
So, like this Pak, ketika dia mendampingi kata kerja to be, mendampingi kata kerja ing, maka dia jadi linking verb-nya, dia menghubungkan. Karena kita nggak bisa mengatakan I teaching. No, there is no grammar in bahasa Inggris I teaching. Adanya I am teaching, I was teaching, I have been teaching. Itu satu kelompok, jangan dipisah-pisah. Oke? Nah, be itu bermacam-macam. Ya, awalnya be. Be present is am are. It will depend on the subject. Kalau past, was, were. Dulu saya siswa. I was a student. We cannot say I a student. Oke? Saya pada usia dulu, saya pernah menjadi dulu. I had been. Ya, kalau aktivitasnya masih dirasakan, I have been. Saya akan, I will be. Be-nya jangan lupa. That is for that. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Nah, kalau link itu istilah linking, verb-nya itu menghubung dia karena dia menjadi teman gitu, menghubungkan. Karena kita tidak bisa menggunakan ing sendiri. Ya, dalam present continuous, verb ing kan nggak bisa berdiri sendiri, harus dibantu dengan to be. Nah, predikatnya yang mana Pak? Kalau saya bilang I am teaching, predikatnya mana Pak?
Teaching.
Jangan teaching aja Pak. Dua-duanya.
I'm teaching.
Am teaching. Jangan cuma satu Pak.
That's
Dua-duanya
obvious.
harus masuk. Kan am teaching, karena tensesnya present continuous. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Oke, sekarang saya ganti tensesnya. I have been teaching. Predikatnya?
Have been teaching.
Have been teaching. Jangan teaching aja. Ya, karena tensesnya have been teaching. Oke, sekarang kalau I teach, predikatnya?
Teach.
Teach. Teach saja. Oke? Nah, so that's the difference between Bahasa Indonesia and English, because English have a tenses and there's no tenses in Bahasa Indonesia. So sometimes make us a little bit problematic, yeah, because we have to think about that. But the benefit is, without using ad hoc of time, English will be easy to understand. Kalau di Bahasa Indonesia, coba saya bilang, saya belajar. Do you know when I study?
No.
You don't know.
Today,
You don't know. Saya harus mengatakan saya belajar tadi malam. Saya belajar besok. Betul nggak? Saya sedang belajar. Gitu. Kalau di bahasa Inggris saya hanya bilang I studied. I studied. Berarti kapan belajarnya?
sudah
Sudah
lewat.
lewat. Sudah lewat. Okay, no worries. I will study. I will study.
Akan
Udah belajar
belajar.
belum? Belum. Akan nanti. Ya, ini ibu-ibu biasanya, ayo belajar mau ujian. Oke, I will study. Gitu. Pengalaman anak saya kayak gitu. Susah. Oke. Nah, gitu itu enaknya di bahasa Inggris karena tensesnya sudah menunjukkan waktu. Kalau Indonesia enggak, kita harus nambahkan keterangannya di belakang. Oke? So that's it. Misalnya gini. Apa ya contohnya ya? Oke, I'm not a student of university anymore. And then I say that, dulu saya suka nyanyi misalnya. Kemudian, tapi sekarang saya nggak melakukannya lagi. Nanti dia dikatakan gitu. So, are you a singer? Are you a singer? Berarti menanyakannya, kamu penyanyi ya? Terus saya jawabnya, I was. Berarti artinya apa?
Dulu penyanyi,
Dulu
sekarang
pernah
penyanyi.
nyanyi.
Dulu, I was. Cukup dengan kata I was. Tapi kalau saya bilang, I am. Sekarang masih.
Masih.
Itu anak Inggris.
I have been singer. Gitu.
I have been what?
I've been singing. I've been.
Oh, itu beda lagi. Sing-nya kan jadi kata kerja. I've been singing. Berarti Bapak menyanyi beberapa waktu sudah dilakukan dan sekarang masih dilakukan singing.
Berarti boleh. Oh, ada keterangan for.
Ya kan,
yes, gitu.
jadi nggak bisa langsung. Itu pun kita juga tidak bisa mencontohkan kata kerja dengan semua tenses kan. Tergantung konteksnya nanti kan Bapak Ibu. Nggak semuanya bisa. Cuman kalau untuk mengajarkan tenses ya kita pakailah supaya satu kata kerja bisa berlaku untuk semua tenses. Gitu. Tapi kadang-kadang suka mentok di meaning ya. Grammatically correct, tapi meaning agak aneh gitu loh Bapak Ibu. Itu kadang-kadang kita susah memberikan contohnya seperti itu. Ya, Bapak Ibu bisa kata, so how long have you been singing? How long have you been singing? Berarti sudah dimulai dari beberapa sebelumnya dan sekarang masih ya. Aktivitas singingnya masih dilakukan. Bisa. Oke, Bapak Ibu?
Nah, Mas balik ke tadi lagi, berarti yang pakai to be itu kalau dirubah jadi participle clause being-nya ya?
Being.
Berubah jadi be.
Jadi being apapun, Bu. Kalau dia ganti ya, she is qualified. Jadi in participle dia apa? She is qualified. She is. Enggak, she is. Positif.
Oh, being qualified.
Being qualified. Karena kita nggak bisa bilang ising, nggak bisa. Ari nggak bisa, harus kembali ke bentuk pertamanya. Jadi whatever di sini, oke, nah nanti akan berbeda kalau sudah pakai present perfect. Have been qualified menjadi have-nya yang
qualified.
Having-nya yang di-qualified, yang diinginkan. Gitu ya Bapak Ibu ya. Jadi auxiliary-nya yang diinginkan ya.
Oke, Miss.
Oke, yuk. Oke, now tadi tipe ke-1 to give a reason ya. Yuk, sekarang kita lihat tipe kedua. So, participle clause can be used to show a condition. Untuk menunjukkan kondisi. Ya, full clause-nya. If the pay is sufficiently competitive, the job will attract good applicants. If the pay is sufficiently competitive, the job will attract good applicants. Ya, the pay of what? Pertanyaan saya.
Of the job.
The pay of the job. Berarti bisa digabung ya?
Yes.
Bisa dibuat participle ya, karena ada maksud sama. Oke. Given sufficiently competitive pay, the job will attract good applicants. Kenapa pakai given? Karena kan kalau pekerjaannya diberi, ya,
Pasif
kalau
ya, Miss.
pekerjaan ini, iya, jadi pasif ya. Jadi given sufficiently competitive pay, the job will attract good applicants. Oke, Bapak Ibu?
Oke, Miss.
Yes. Tipe ketiga, we can use participle clause to show, to give a result, memberikan hasil, akibat. The value of the company rose with the result that the owners made a considerable profit. The value of the company rose with the result that the owners made a considerable profit. Bagaimana kita menggunakan participle clause to give a result? Ya, maka menjadi the value of the company rose. Apa resultnya? Making the owners a considerable profit. Bisa dipahami, Bapak Ibu?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Oke.
Good. Yeah. Another type of participle clause is to show a time, menunjukkan waktu. While the manager made his speech, ini kan menunjukkan waktu ya, Bapak Ibu. While the manager, ketika manajernya sedang pidato, made his speech, he showed a set of PowerPoint slides. Dia menunjukkan satu set slide PowerPoint. Ya, siapa yang menunjukkan? Manajernya ya. Good. Kita gabung menggunakan participle clause. Making his speech, the manager showed a set of PowerPoint slides. Okay. While the manajernya hilang. Made-nya, yes.
Nggak apa-apa, lanjut.
Gimana?
Kalau ditukar boleh nggak kayak showing a set of PowerPoint slides the manager made this.
Secara grammar nggak apa-apa, Bu. Secara grammar. Ya. Tapi secara meaning maksudnya itu mana yang lebih biasanya? Dia nunjukin PowerPoint kemudian pidato atau sambil pidato nunjukin PowerPoint, logikanya.
Oke, Miss.
Tahu ya maksudnya ya Bapak Ibu ya? Grammar nggak salah. Grammar nggak salah. Ya, boleh mau showing a set of PowerPoint, the manager made his speech. Cuman logikanya ya, logikanya kan urutannya biasanya PowerPoint itu ditampilkan pada waktu orang berpidato, betul nggak? Bukan menampilkan PowerPoint sambil berpidato. Make sense nggak, Bu? Make sense, Bu? Logic thinking, ya?
Iya, make sense, Miss.
Ya, grammatically boleh, secara grammar boleh. Tapi secara meaning kurang pas, ya. Oke. Jadi kita menulis itu meaning sama grammar dua-duanya harus dipikirkan ya Bapak Ibu ya. Tapi we talk about relative clause, okay? So which one? So lihat di full clause, relative clause-nya yang mana? The accountant was doing extra hours, managed to complete all the accounts in time.
Who?
Can you tell which one is the relative clause?
Who?
Yes?
Who?
Ya, who, jangan hanya satu Pak, klausa, harus semuanya.
Who was doing extra hours?
Ya, relative clause-nya adalah who was doing extra hours. Who was doing extra hours. Okay, the accountant who was doing extra hours managed to complete all the account in time. Ya, kemudian who was-nya itu kita ganti. Nah, ini cuma sekarang masalahnya kenapa ya kok pakai having done? The accountant having done extra hours managed to complete all the accounts in time. Ini harusnya being done, was doing. Tensesnya jadi berubah ya dari was doing extra hour kemudian menjadi having done. Okay. Why the tenses should be changed this from past continuous into using having done here? Ya, it should be being done extra. The accountant being done extra hours. Kecuali di sini who has done extra hours, ya harusnya ya. Who had done extra hours, manage. Saya nggak tahu ini yang salah, apakah salah ininya atau karena tensesnya jadi berbeda untuk relative clause-nya. Padahal I think it's not necessary to change the tenses. This is from present continuous and then the clause using have. Okay, I will try to find that. Yeah, you know that the relative who was doing extra hours diubah bentuknya menjadi participle. Who-nya hilang. And having done, ini adalah bentuk participle-nya. Saya masih bingung kan nggak pakai be done. Oh, being done. Ya, karena dia pakai was. I will ask this, okay, later on, ya.
Oke, Miss.
Ya, nanti saya coba daripada nanti saya salah menjelaskannya. Okay, now F. You can use participle after a preposition. Setelah kata depan. Okay, lihat contohnya. After he had reached the age of 75, the chairman retired. After he had reached the age of 75. Okay, and then how to use participle clause? You can write after reaching. He-nya jangan ditulis lagi. Kalau ada he-nya, maka dia tidak pakai ing lagi. Kembali ke bentuknya sih. Jadi after reaching. The verb reach use participle after preposition after. Sesudah preposition after. Kebetulan afternya, prepositionnya adalah after. Ya, preposition lainnya silahkan before juga bisa. Ya, for. Pokoknya yang merupakan preposition kalau diikuti kata kerja itu participle pakai ing. After reaching. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Jadi he had reached-nya, he had-nya berubah. Oke?
Ma'am, is it possible if we say having reached the age of?
Boleh, Bapak? Boleh. After having reached, boleh. Boleh, tapi jangan tambahkan subjek he ya, Pak.
Oh yes.
Ya, ya. Jadi yang dipartisipalkan adalah had-nya. Oke? Ini pun nggak ada have-nya pun kita tahu bahwa age 75-nya sudah terjadi lebih dulu baru dia retired. Betul nggak Bapak Ibu? Karena dari bentuk present perfect, dari bentuk perfect-nya. Ya? Oke Bapak Ibu? Boleh. After having-nya yang di partisipalkan. Oke?
Okay.
Yes. Good. Now next. Okay, so that is the type. Now, please identify, Bapak Ibu. Please identify the type A, B, C, D, E, F to the exercise on 6. Ya, kalimat 1 until 6 itu masuk ke tipe yang mana? Dari A until F. Statement 1. Satu C, give a result atau give
Reason.
Kayaknya lebih cocok reason ya, kan alasannya, betul nggak? Ya, not having income from bukan sebagai akibat ya, ini kan alasannya, oke? Okay? Yang nomor 2. Tipe which type?
Show a time.
Okay, to show a time. Good, to show a time. Yang nomor 3. Show a time dari mana kata apa Bu tadi Bu? Dari kata arriving at the office gitu kan ya? Itu menunjukkan time.
Iya.
Good. Ya, kalimat ketiga.
To give a reason.
Give what?
To give a result.
A result. To give a result?
Yes.
Yes. Ya, kenapa? Close down, akhirnya para pegawainya jadi nganggur. Ya, good. So that is give reason. Good. Kalimat keempat.
to show condition.
Aha, good. Jadi given enough time itu menunjukkan kondisinya ya. Excellent. Ya. Now kalimat nomor 5. Udah jelas banget kalimat nomor 5.
To replace a relative clause.
Yeah, replace a relative clause. Excellent. Okay. Now kalimat nomor 6. Gampang.
Yeah.
Ya, apa?
After a preposition.
After a preposition, karena ada kata before. Okay? Yeah. So that's Bapak Ibu. So I hope that you can apply this in your writing. Okay? And then you can have a various showing to the examiner. You have a various knowledge on a certain pattern, pola-pola kalimat. Sometimes you can write in a full clause, and then you can change that into participle clause for another sentence. Okay? So that's it. Okay? Yeah. Now, okay, so look number 9. Doing such a bad interview, I don't think I will get the job. And then B. Doing such a bad interview, I didn't think I would get the job. So which sentence is in the past?
Bravo.
Bravo, excellent. And then, does the participle clause tell us this, or the main verb tell us this?
The main verb.
The main verb, ya. Jadi yang menunjukkan adalah main verb-nya. Jadi untuk melihat tensesnya, Bapak Ibu melihat pada kalimat utamanya, jangan pada klausa partisipalnya. Oke, jadi kata doing di sini seharusnya kalau bentuknya masih klausa menjadi did. Betul nggak, Bu?
Ya.
Ya, excellent. Oke, sekarang nomor 2. Organize properly for the meeting. The office look much better. Having been organized properly for the meeting, the office look much better. Yang satu pakai organized, yang satu pakai having been organized. Ya, dua-duanya kalimat pasif ya. Karena pakai ed semua kan?
Yes.
Kalimatnya pasif. The question is, which sentence emphasizes the order? Kalimat mana yang menunjukkan urutan kerja? Mana yang terjadi lebih dulu dari yang lain?
B.
B.
Yang B. Good. Ya, karena perfect itu lebih menunjukkan bahwa aktivitas yang menggunakan perfect terjadi lebih dulu. Oke? Ya, jadi secara mininya agak sedikit berbeda. Oke, Bapak Ibu? Ya. Now look. Sampai di sini dulu jelas Bapak Ibu?
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Yeah, so it will depend then, and when you want to structure the sentence, the word, so you have to, which one? You want to show the order or what? So it will depend on the sentence that you run. Okay? Ya, ada yang mau bertanya tadi? Enggak ya?
Oh.
No? Okay. Now number 3. Sentence A. They advertised their business, founded the previous month on the internet. They advertised their business, founded the previous month on the internet. Kalimat yang B, advertising the product on the internet work well. Hati-hati Bapak Ibu bacanya. Yang A, they advertised their business, founded previous month on the internet. Satu klausa. Yang B, advertising the product on the internet work well. The questions: which sentence has active meaning and which have passive meaning?
Aktif yang B, yang pasif yang A.
Opposite.
Kebalik. Pakai kebalik. Yang A yang aktif, yang A is active. They advertise. They. Ya, nggak tahu siapa pegawai. Can be like this. Kalau yang B, advertising the product on the internet, mengiklankan produk di internet, work well, sukses, berhasil dengan baik, bekerja dengan baik. Oke, so meaning-nya berbeda. Oke, Bapak Ibu?
Ya, Miss.
Yes.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, now let's review the exercise then. Okay. Now, Bapak Ibu, please try exercise 10. Yeah, please rewrite sentence A to E using participle clauses. Okay? Ya, saya beri waktu ya Bapak Ibu ya, sambil saya istirahat sebentar. Oke, Bapak Ibu silakan try to write that. Write ya Bapak Ibu, betul loh, write. Yeah, so you can also practice your hand in writing quickly, but clearly. Menulis dengan cepat tapi jelas. Okay, good. Just to make it, have you done that, Bapak Ibu? Have you finished?
Ya, Miss.
Okay, so just to make it quick, I will show you the answer. Okay, karena waktunya.
Okay.
So I will stop share this first, and then I will show you the answer. I already typed that in a Word. So I stop share this, and then I will go to the other files. Is it right? Okay, I will make it. Is it already on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will make it bigger into 200 is bigger. This is Bapak Ibu. Have you write such things? The same? Number 10. Yeah, so you can use getting such excellent qualification, atau kalau mau menunjukkan urutannya, having got such excellent qualification, gitu ya. So it will depend on the purpose. Kalau menunjukkan urutan ya having got, gitu ya. Kalau biasa saja general getting such excellent qualifications. Ya, jangan getting got ya, jangan getting got, karena get-nya itu sudah dari kata got. Ya, jadi getting such excellent qualifications, she didn't bla bla bla, sama dengan kalimatnya. Main clause-nya sama. Atau having got such excellent qualification. Okay. Yang B, after he had graduated. Yeah, so you can just write after graduating.
Ma'am, kalau after
Having graduated.
having graduated.
Yes, you can do that. Ya. Cuman memang agak jarang orang menulis dengan having, karena dari after berarti sudah terjadi lebih dulu gitu. Tahu ya Bapak Ibu ya? Karena sudah ada preposition after gitu. Jadi mereka tuh kadang-kadang orang tuh suka inginnya efektif gitu ya. Jadi nggak salah secara grammar tapi efektif aja. Okay, number C. Menggantikan relative clause. Who has just given his notice. Ya, maka menjadi my manager ya, having just given in his notice. Nah, ini berubah di sini participle. Wants me bla bla bla. Sama. Oke. Okay. Nah, provided that the job is completed. Step by step. Step by step. Ini dari kalimat soalnya apa ya? Provided that the job is completed. Oh, ini notice ya. Cepetan nulisnya tadi. In his notice. Ya. Ini kenapa jadi providing saya? Provided that the job is completed step by step, it won't be difficult. Providing that Oke. Bapak Ibu perhatikan kalimat soalnya. Provided that the job is completed step by step. Ya. That-nya itu bisa dihilangkan, kemudian berubah menjadi providing the job is completed step by step. It won't. Belakangnya sama. Oke, jadi kehadiran that itu sangat mempengaruhi perubahan bentuk. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Oke, yang I menunjukkan waktu ya, time. While the teacher had over a lot of help, ya, while the teacher had offered a lot of help, jadikan partisipannya menjadi having offered a lot of help. Is it? Yeah.
Miss,
Yes.
offering a lot of help boleh?
Offering. While the teacher had offered. Gini. Tadi kita mau menunjukkan yang terjadi mana lebih dulu. Ya, kalimat soalnya while the teacher had offered. Berarti help-nya sudah terjadi belum?
Yes, Miss.
Sudah terjadi gitu ya. Jadi kita mau menunjukkan ordering gitu ya. Kalau kita mau bisa misalnya offer a lot of help, maka kesannya masih bersamaan ya, menawarkan bantuan sambil memberikan semangat gitu. You know what I mean, Bapak Ibu?
Ya, Miss.
So it will depend on the context of the tense of the kalimat ya, the real sentence. So it will depend on that. Oke, Bapak Ibu? Ya?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So try to apply this ya in your writing by using that. Okay, jangan semuanya ya. So you show the examiner that you know you have lots of grammar knowledge ya in structuring the word ya by using various patterns. Okay, ya ini lebih cepat aja karena waktunya saya takut hampir habis. Okay, now let's we go to exercise 11. Ya, saya tidak show, Bapak Ibu silakan lihat di itunya. In exercise 11, so there is ada
Graph.
ada line graph, ya, line graph, talking about number of people in work per pensioner, ya. Jadi orang-orang pensiun yang bekerja, ya, udah pensiun tapi dia masih bekerja seperti itu. And then if you look, ya, from the graph, gitu. So the materials of the test say the line graph shows the number of people in work per retired pensioner in the UK. And then you have to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main feature and make comparison where necessary. Yeah, the instruction there, you have to pick out at least 3 key trends. Yeah, 3 key trends from the line graph. Identifikasi 3 tren utama, 3 tren yang menjadi kunci yang akan dijelaskan. Okay, nah how to choose that? Ya, I will show you like this. Ini bisa jadi overview ya, betul nggak? Bapak Ibu,
Ya,
Bapak Ibu dengan handout-nya kan ya? Oke.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So there is a predicted overall reduction in the number of people. Jadi makin ke sana makin turun ya. People in work per pensioner, kan grafiknya menunjukkan awalnya cukup tinggi ya, bahkan naik terus ya, mencapai puncak in 2019. Sama nggak asumsinya, baca saya 2019 mencapai puncaknya, and then a little bit fell off, agak sedikit menurun ya, and then mulai turun drastis ya, a little bit up ya, kemudian starting from 2000 maybe ya, it is predicting that 2026 until maybe 2033, and then will be a drop. Yeah, the number of the people in work per retired person akan drop, and after that a little bit increase. Yeah, so I think this can be as an overview of that. There is a predicted overall reduction in the number of people in work per pensioner. Okay, so how you choose the key trend bagaimana kita menunjukkan key trend-nya. Tadi ya, cari yang paling rendah, cari yang paling tinggi, ya, cari yang dramatik mungkin turunnya, yang jelas terlihat seperti itu. Ya, boleh. Kalau saya melihat ini ada 3 ini ya, the lowest, the highest, yang ini yang steepest, yang fall-nya langsung dramatically, sepertinya agak dramatik ya, banyak sekali. Okay, so this is how to write the sentence. The lowest number of people in work per pensioner is predicted, diramalkan, to be in 2033, where it drops to just over 2.7. Nah, ini yang namanya bapak ibu memberikan data, ya, and this will show the examiner that you know the data. Oke, angkanya. Nah, over 2.7, ya kita lihat aja. Karena 2.7-nya nih 2.7 berapa gitu ya. But from the pictures, it shows that di atas 2.7, betul nggak? Selamatnya kita bilang over 2.7, seperti itu. Oke, Bapak Ibu. Nah, kemudian di sini Bu, key trend yang berikutnya, highest number, ya, jumlah yang paling tinggi di mana? The highest number is likely to be, kalau nggak salah kita udah belajar likely ya, in the previous weeks. The highest number is likely to be in 2019, betul nggak? Likely to be the highest number, ya karena
Likely.
ya likely gitu ya, terlihat nampaknya akan is likely to be in 2019, ya, where it is approximately 3.26. Ya, kalau ini bukan is, sorry, kan udah lewat ya. Wes ya Bapak Ibu punten, now we are in 2021, sorry. The highest number was likely to be in 2019, where it is approximately 3.26. Ini kalau nggak salah minggu lalu kita udah belajar yang overtime ya, yang ada past, present, and then future.
Oh yes.
Ya, masih ingat ya? So there will
Yes.
be maybe around 3 tenses. Kita akan menggunakan 3 tenses when we describe that. Okay? Nah, the steepest fall, ini kan juga menjadi sesuatu yang jelas ya, terlihat secara kasat mata. Steepest fall, atau mau ganti steepest-nya mau boleh, jadi apa? Dramatic fall, mungkin gitu ya. The dramatic fall is from around atau significant, the most significant fall, bisa juga kan? Ini menunjukkan overtime juga, from 2026 to 2034. Is from around. Nah ini Bapak Ibu, kalau kita nggak yakin banget dengan posisi, bisa pakai around, approximately, okay? Just that over, but you show the number, the data.
Miss, maaf.
Ya.
Kalau yang ketiga itu the highest number was likely to be in 29. Terus it is nya nggak it was.
Oh, nggak apa-apa.
Tetap
Karena
ya?
ini kan menunjukkan angka aja.
Oh.
Iya. Kan menunjukkan angkanya, tapi terjadi highest-nya pada 2019 sudah lewat. Oke, Bapak Ibu?
Sama yang itu juga nggak perlu pakai will gitu ya, Miss, yang 2026 dan 2034.
Kan ada from, around. From, around. Ingat, tenses tidak sama dengan time ya Bapak Ibu, tapi tenses bisa menunjukkan time. Ya, contohnya, present simple itu bisa menunjukkan future action. Penggunaan simple present itu bisa menunjukkan future action. Contohnya, Bapak Ibu lagi di stasiun kereta, ya, lagi di stasiun. Belum naik kereta, and then somebody asks you, so what time is your train? Oh, my train is 3 o'clock. My train is 3 o'clock. Udah datang belum keretanya?
Belum.
Belum.
Yes.
Kita tidak belum mengatakan my train will be 3 o'clock, enggak, karena schedule gitu misalnya. So that is one of the functions there. So that's why tenses is not a time, but tenses can indicate time gitu. Ya. Seperti present continuous. Present continuous bisa dipakai untuk future action yang sudah pasti. Kalau belum pasti pakai will. Tapi kalau sudah pasti bisa pakai present continuous atau you can use be going to. Bapak Ibu pernah dengar kan future yang pakai be going to?
Iya, Miss.
Iya,
Yes.
itu bisa diganti dengan present continuous, ya. So that is English, ya. Lots of rules, and sometimes we have to break the rules. Kadang-kadang rulesnya boleh dilanggar, exception. Ada irregular. That is English, ya. So make us confusing. But later on, I think you become familiar with that. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Bapak Ibu. So when you say that the key, you can find that some things that obvious, ya, yang terlihat nyata, the lowest, the highest, the steepest. So maybe you can choose that. So it's not necessary to describe one by one, year per year. No, yeah. As far as the number of the word at least reach the minimum number 150. Sepanjang masih memenuhi bisa mencapai 1150 ya, 150, and I think that's okay. Okay? Yeah, any questions about that?
Miss, kalau
Yes.
kasusnya seperti ini kan, kalau misalnya kita jelaskan per tahun itu kan akan jadi banyak sekali ya, Miss, ya, mungkin
Betul.
lebih dari 50. Nah, tapi kalau misalnya hanya lowest and highest juga mungkin kurang dari 150.
Betul.
Jadi boleh nggak misalnya kita bahasnya gimana ya, misalnya per periode 2 tahun gitu, per 5 tahun gitu ya.
Bu, anything Ibu, anything. Yeah, as far as logic, as far as the most important one is reach 150, the minimum. Yeah, but it will be better if you can write a little bit more than 150, maybe 170. Ya, ini kan baru identifikasi ya Bu. Ibu belum pakai linking word-nya, belum dimasukin. How do you combine? How do you connect this sentence and the other sentence? Ini kan baru contoh keyword, key trend. Contoh key trend. Okay, you can still mentions the other. That's fine, Bu. That's fine. Boleh. Sangat boleh. Oke? Okay?
Ya.
Bapak Ibu kan belum menjelaskan horizontal axis-nya showing apa, vertical axis-nya represent apa, belum kan? Ini kan belum paragraf utuh, Bapak Ibu.
Yes.
This is not a full paragraph. Oke, Bapak Ibu? Oke, now the full paragraph. Oke, can I stop sharing this?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, and we go to the, yeah. We stop share this. Yeah. So I go back again to the slide. Now Bapak Ibu, this is the example. The example. The model answer, model. Yeah, so you can write by your own. Okay. Does the model answer contain the key trends? Kita tinggal baca ya. The line graph identifies the number of people in work in relation to those who have retired. Wih, kalimatnya panjang ya. Oke. Kita kalau mau mencapai 150 and makes a projections about the situations up to 2024. The overall trend is likely to be downward, bar some short periods where the numbers may rise again. Ini overview-nya nih Bapak Ibu. The overall trend is likely to be downward, bar some short periods where the numbers may rise again. Ya, secara keseluruhan terlihatnya akan menurun, tapi ada periode tertentu akan naik kembali, gitu katanya. Ya, itu sudah menunjukkan overview. Certainly by the end of the period, the ratio is predicted to be significantly lower than the start. Ya, ini sudah ada sedikit overview, tapi sudah mau masuk ke detail. And it will hit its lowest level of just above 2.7, yeah, in 2033. The ratio of working people to pensioner began approximately 0.5, higher than this low point, with 3.18 workers per pensioner in 2010. There was an immediate, though minor, increase in the next 4 years when it rose to just over 3.20. After it has reached a high of 3.25 by 2020, it is predicted that the ratio will then rapidly decrease, with the exceptions of 2 years between 2024 and 2026, when it will shoot up again. Wow, ini udah 150 atau belum ya? Oke. Now, Do you think that the key trend is already mentioned in this? Tadi lihat ada the lowest ya, the
Yeah.
lowest
Yes.
level, ya, reach a high, ya. I think most that. So Bapak Ibu, kalau Bapak Ibu nulis ini, I think you can reach 150 words. Okay? Kan tadi belum paraphrase ininya juga. Describing about the graph belum di paraphrase. Kan Oke Bapak Ibu? Iya. Pasti Bapak Ibu penasaran kenapa sih ini pakai garis bawah underline. Oke? Ya. Let's be look. Kita jump sebentar yang pakai underline. To number 13. Replace each underlined phrases 1 to 4 in the model answer in 12 with a participle phrases. Oke? Jadi kita diminta mengubah pakai participle phrases ya untuk yang di underline from number 1 to number 4. Oke, yuk Bapak Ibu kita ubah. Ya. The line graphs identifies the number of people in work in relation to those who have retired.
And
Participle phrasesnya?
and
Making a project.
making.
N-nya nggak usah ditulis lagi, Bu.
Oh,
Bapak,
making.
langsung making.
Making a
Ya.
projection.
Ini kan ada dalam garis ya, underline. Making a projections about the situation. Bla 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 bla. Biar cepat. Certainly, by the end of the period, the ratio is predicted to be significantly lower than the start.
Hitting.
Excellent. Hitting its lowest level. Jadi yang di garis bawah ini hilang semua. Hitting its lowest level of just above. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. There was an immediate, though minor, increase in the next 4 years.
Rising.
Rising to just over 3.20. Yeah, number 4.
Reaching.
Oke, jangan lupa.
Oh, having reached.
Excellent. Having reached. Kalau mau pakai after?
After having
Having
reaching.
reached.
Kalau pakai
reaching.
after reaching.
Oh, reaching.
Itu kayaknya akan lebih enak. After reaching. Atau having reaching. Karena having udah menunjukkan after ya sebetulnya ya. Nah, jadi Bapak Ibu tadi grammarnya tadi yang sebelumnya ada Ibu yang menanyakan, Bu, kalau pakai after having gimana gitu. Karena having sudah menunjukkan itu. Sudah ada after, sebaiknya tidak digunakan. Gitu. Kalau mau pakai having, afternya dihilangin aja. Karena perfect sudah menunjukkan terjadi lebih dulu. Oke, Bu?
Oke.
Iya. Good. Nah, gitu ya, Bu. Jadi step-stepnya kita tahu. Kalau mau pakai after, having-nya nggak usah, gitu ya. Nggak salah, cuman kita nggak common aja gitu ya. After reaching, having reached, seperti itu. That's it, Bapak Ibu. Lebih efektif, Bapak Ibu, ya. But ya tadi ya resikonya adalah mencapai nggak ya 150. Gitu. Ya, but you can use that as a variations ya in grammar. Oke, Bapak Ibu bisa menggunakannya sebagai variasi grammar. Oke, seperti itu. Ya, kita cepat saja ya Bapak Ibu. Oke, so here Bapak Ibu ada teknik di sini dikatakan, when writing about data, you should show that you understand what the axis or pie chart figures represent. If you don't identify what the numbers refer to, yeah, so your answer will be unclear or incomplete. Maybe jadi marknya agak sedikit berkurang. Oke, contohnya, it rose from 2 to 20. 2 to 20 what? Gitu kan ya? Oke, kemudian kita tambahkan. It rose from 2% to 20%. Nah, ini lebih jelas kan Bapak Ibu? Bahwa 2 to 20 itu satunya in percent. Seperti itu. Ya. Nah, if you look at this picture, ini satuannya dalam apa ya? Kalau misalnya the axis-nya doesn't mentions anything, so just follow this because we don't know whether this is in million, whether this is in thousand, whether this is, betul nggak Bapak Ibu? Okay, so just mention 2.5 atau 2.50, udah gitu aja. Karena di sini nggak, biasanya ada di sini kan in million, nah biasanya kayak gitu. Tapi ini nggak ada penjelasannya. Tapi kalau ada penjelasannya, jangan lupa Bapak Ibu, millionnya dimasukkan. Oke, Bapak Ibu?
Oke.
Yes, so you have to write in on it, ya, daripada nanti berkurang nilainya. Kita be quick. Nah, kita identify Bapak Ibu. Bu bisa berhenti sebentar karena di tempat saya lagi azan.
Oh iya.
We go back to this. So Bapak Ibu in the second sentence, yeah, the overall trend is likely to be downward, bar some short periods where the numbers may rise again. Ada kata bar. Nggak ada hubungannya sama tempat minum ya Bapak Ibu. There's no relation with that. Okay. Bar here is a preposition. Bar di sini adalah kata depan. Okay. So bar here means except for. Artinya kecuali untuk. Jarang pakai kita ya kata bar. Ya. Ini bar ini kalau nanti Bapak Ibu lihat di kamus, dia di bagian preposition. Karena bar artinya banyak ya. Bisa berarti kayak kafe, tempat minum. Bar bisa berarti batang. Seperti itu ya. But bar in this sentence is an adjective preposition, which means except for. Okay, so this is another vocabulary that you can add. Okay, so let's be look here. Ya, jadi yang nomor 14 kita skip karena udah situ. Okay, which of the following word or phrases cannot replace the word bar? Tadi bar sama dengan except for. Ya, berarti bisa diganti. The overall trend is likely to be downward except for some short periods where the numbers may rise again. Oke, kata bar bisa diganti dengan except for. Other than bisa nggak? Perkecualian. Kecuali. Bisa ya?
Oh.
Yes.
Ya, karena
Yes,
bar
yes,
artinya
yes.
kan except for, kecuali. Good. Jadi bisa ganti. Jadi yang similar tadi bar sama dengan except for sama dengan other than. Oke. Sama dengan unless nggak? Do you know the meaning of unless? Unless artinya if not. Sama nggak dengan except for?
Beda.
Beda. Okay, so you cannot use unless. Jadi ini artinya bukan bar. Okay, unless. Okay. With the exception of.
Yes.
Yes, good. Without?
No.
No. Okay, ya. Yeah. Jadi kata bar bisa diganti dengan except for, other than, with the exceptions of. Ya, jadi kalimat di belakangnya itu menjadi perkecualian. Okay, and this is the example. Ya, A half, B a third, C 3/4, D 30%. Yeah, and then we have to make a sentence. All the quantities are fractions. Semuanya bentuk pecahan, except for D, kecuali untuk pilihan D, which dilanjutkan kalimatnya.
Presentation.
Jangan lupa which is, jangan lupa is-nya, which is
a percentage.
The percentage.
A percentage.
Iya. Oke, Bapak Ibu, ini kalimat lengkap jadinya. Penggunaan except for. All the quantities are fraction except for D, which is the percentage. Oke, ya. Nomor 2. None of the example are whole numbers other than
C.
Ya, other than C. Silakan dilanjutkan. Which
which is
Which is an exact number.
Oke, whole number aja bisa ya, whole
Oh.
number atau single number. Kan dikatakan tidak ada dalam pilihan ini yang whole number kecuali C. C which is a whole number atau single number. Itu Bapak Ibu buat kalimat utuhnya. Oke, yuk sekarang pakai with the exception of. The quantities are all much lower than 20, lebih rendah dari 20. Yang tidak lebih rendah dari 20, which option?
Nearly 20.
Ya, nearly 20, tidak menunjukkan lebih rendah ya, bahkan mendekati justru ya. Oke. The quantities are all much lower than 20 with the exceptions of A,
Okay.
yang
Which
is
Which is
only a little,
which is nearly 20.
okay, which is only a little less, hanya sedikit ya bedanya, betul nggak? Only a little less, kan namanya nearly 20, berarti hanya menunjukkan sedikit, ya, sedikit, mendekati 20, a little less 20, ya. Itu kalimat utuhnya, which is only a little less, seperti itu. Oke, Nolas, 50%, half, part, 0.5. The quantities are all related in amount. Semua menunjukkan jumlah, amount. Bar arti tadi except for, ya
Or
C,
yang C.
C.
So what is C? Which is
part.
part itu menunjukkan angkanya enggak?
which is a word.
Which is a word, oke. Betul. Tapi hubungannya dengan ini kan ada 50%, kita tahu 50%, half, separuh, setengah, one half, oke? Sama dengan 0.5, ini kan hanya part. Jadi part hanya menunjukkan general. Partnya kita nggak tahu berapa jumlahnya, betul nggak? Hanya
Yes.
sebagian, oke. So, you can say that which is more general, something like that. Oke, Bapak Ibu? So, this is an example. Yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
what if I answer the quantities are all related in amount bar C, which is not related to an amount?
Which is not related to an amount.
Yes.
Which is not related, boleh aja, which is not related to an amount, boleh.
Oh, okay.
Yang tidak berhubungan dengan jumlah kan ya?
Yes.
Oke. Tapi part itu menunjukkan jumlah nggak sih sebetulnya? Kalau kita bilang sebagian, itu menunjukkan jumlah.
Oh
Sebagian
iya, bisa sih.
jumlah. Tapi exact nggak? Diketahui nggak? Lebih
No.
umum kan sifatnya, betul lah. Gitu. Grammatically correct, Bapak. Tapi mungkin meaningnya kurang pas. Oke?
Oke, Miss.
Grammarnya betul, tapi meaningnya kurang pas. Jadi mungkin nanti akan ditanya apa maksudnya ya. Gitu. Grammarnya oke, meaningnya. Jadi ingat, when you write, think the grammar and also the meaning. Ya, something. Oke, Bapak Ibu, sorry jadi mau makan waktu. You still have 20 minutes. Mudah-mudahan yang berikutnya. You have what? A one-on-one activities, right? In writing?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Aduh, maaf Bapak Ibu. So that's all for today. I hope that you get new things and then it become familiar and become confident for you, and also you are really now understand about that. Okay? Yeah, okay, see Bapak Ibu. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, ma'am.
Be healthy and always keep the work up. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.